Hello everybody, it's Rick. It's January 20th, 2017. Doing another follow-up video. My friend Mike has a YouTube channel, Mike Gilligan. I went to court yesterday and he had some success. One of the trees fell down. What happens is when we file this paperwork, we're chopping away. You keep chopping and eventually the tree falls. So I met Mike about 6 months ago. He's a retired police officer and he's having custody issues, and he's got a wicked ex-wife who's using his children as a weapon. And she was able to go to family court. And, you know, if you got a woman that's good at lying and who's a drama queen, where do you go? You go to family court. Because they don't care. They don't want any of it. They don't need anything because they get money from federal government. Now, how do they get money from the federal government with custody cases? Or it's under domestic violence. So she went there. There's all kinds of federal programs. It's unbelievable how these maniacs devise these schemes to get federal money. They make all these federal programs. That's why, you know, children could be in a home where the mother is a drug addict, and you got a father who wants that child. I spoke with somebody today, and I got that story. And the state won't step in. If the state was legit and they really cared about the children like they claim they do, because if you go on all these child support enforcement websites, they got like the kids playing in the park, you know, like the kids on a swing, you know, like, yeah, you know, the child support enforcement customer service, we're there for your children, which is, what, are you kidding me? They're a bunch of pimps, like Armin Osiris says. They're like pedophiles, all right? You know, like these pedophiles who become photographers, and they'll take these pictures of children and put them in like these compromising positions for other pedophiles to enjoy. Like, you know, like you and I may not recognize it right away because we're normal people. We don't see children as a sexual object, but they do. So the child support enforcement people, yeah, they put it to kids, like the mother playing with the child, and everybody's so happy, and they don't give a shit. So a child could be living with a drug addict mother who is getting her child support paid through the state, because obviously she's probably on welfare because she's a drug addict, and the kid is suffering. But no, the father will go to court. The family court will do everything that they can. The family court don't do anything for the good of the child. They do only what's good for the state, like what happened to my friend Mike. You tell me what court that cares about children is okay with separating a child from their father when there's no history of violence. None. I seen the paperwork. He didn't do anything. And even the police officer in the report said there was no evidence of any, you know, wrongdoing or whatever. And he had a fight to get his, you know, he's fighting to get his rights. But going back to the child, you know, so the state will do everything they can to keep that child living with that mother because that's how they get their money. Now, if the child is living with the father, obviously the mother's on welfare. She's not paying any child support, so the state can't get any money. It's all about money. So what Mike did, Mike fired his lawyer because he figured out there was something wrong. And we became friends. He found my videos, and he was impressed because he saw me fighting these people. Okay, like when I go into court, I don't kiss their ass. You know, I'm polite if they're polite to me. I just reposted a video I had listed privately. I published it on August 22nd. If anybody wants to go watch me in action in court, go watch that video. It's published on August 22nd, and it's me testifying. It's a 4-part video, and you can watch me in action, and you can watch how I got my support order. I got the judge. The judge couldn't answer any questions, and he issued a stay. And 3 months later, he's the one that vacated the order because it took a little. They don't like doing things right away. All right, they like to make you think that they're doing you like, like they're following procedures. They're not going to come out right away and admit that they're wrong, which is what happened to Mike. So Mike. Me and Mike became friends, and, you know, I was helping him with his paperwork, showing him the writing style, that you have to threaten these people, and you go after the judges. You know, he went in there, and the judge right away was disrespectful to him because, you know, we became, I keep telling you, we become programmed with this Judge Judy stuff. No judge is allowed to yell at you. If I go to court, I don't let no judge yell. If there's a yell at me, I'll turn around like this, like, are you speaking to me? I'm not familiar with any laws that say you're allowed to yell at me and speak to me like I'm some subhuman. You work for me. That's the mentality you got to have going in there. Let me go on a sidetrack real fast because I just thought about it. One of my subscribers used my dismissal affidavit. Now I want everybody to pay attention here. He submitted it, went to court. Now he didn't do anything wrong. It's not his fault because he's new at this stuff. You know what they did? They said to him, "Well, what evidence do you have?" They totally flipped it on him. Well, what evidence do you have? You just submitted a dismissal. Remember, the dismissal, we're asking them to show us evidence that they followed due process and follow the procedures under 45 CFR 303.101 expedited processes. Because that's what these support hearings are. That's why you don't see, it's an administrative hearing under the guise of a court hearing. They want you to think it's a court hearing. It's not. So he went in there, and the child support attorney and the judge, ran a game on him and dismissed it, but the judge didn't dismiss it on paper. You want to know why? Because he can't, or he cannot. All right? Well, we got a little surprise. I'm going to help this guy a little bit because he's going to have to do a writ of quo warranto on this judge. Now, my friend Mike did a writ of quo warranto. And you know what the judge did? Yeah, they played games with him. The judge was disrespectful in his writing, sarcastic, trying to use big words, because, Mike's not a lawyer. He didn't go to law school. You know what law school is, guys? All right, you go to college for 4 years, and I went to college. All you got to do is show up and do the work. It's not hard. Then after college, you go to law school. And there's law schools everywhere now. And law school is 3 years of pass, fail. That's it. So like, let's say one semester is contract law. The next semester is, the Constitution. No, they don't even do the Constitution from what I understand. But that's what they do. And it's pass, fail. So if you do all the work, you study, there's no midterms, there's no reports, there's no, quizzes. It's pass, fail. All right? Now, I can tell you when I was a police officer, I used to go to, in the beginning I did. I wasn't a big traffic court guy. I didn't enjoy writing tickets to people working for a living. And I found that it was a joke anyway. You go there It's a scam. Anyway, you go to traffic court, there's lawyers in there representing people who are getting speeding tickets. Now, you think that person went to law school to represent people in traffic court? You know why that lawyer's there? Because he's scrounging, he can't make a living, and he's probably a dingbat. You don't become a successful lawyer working in traffic court. All right? I can tell you this, if I became a lawyer, I wouldn't be working in traffic court. I'd be trying to figure out where I can make the most money helping people. If I can never become a lawyer, they'd get rid of me. But anyway, getting back to my friend Mike. Guess what? Filed a writ of quo warranto on December 23rd or something like that. We spoke today. On December 27th, the judge, now remember, writ of quo warranto, you're asking by what authority? What authority are you doing these things? Where did you get the right to do this? Where did you get the right to dismiss my paperwork? Because everything's based on evidence. You have no evidence, they can't do anything. And now in family court, they don't have any evidence. Family court is because we say so. That's really what it is. And they all got egos. This clown, this judge had an ego on him. And we put him in his place. Because I helped him write some paperwork. We put him in his place. We were calling him Jeffrey. We weren't calling him Your Honor. We were calling him Jeff. We were fucking with this guy. Okay? You got somebody who doesn't follow the Constitution, you don't call them Honorable or Your Honor. You call him Judge or whatever. And the judge on December 27th recused himself. You know what recuse means? He removed himself. You want to know why? Because he didn't want to answer the questions. So Mike went to court yesterday. Mike was Mr. Gilligan yesterday. Yesterday they were kissing his ass. Yesterday the legal guardian for his children who was helping them screw him was nice to him. All right? And guess what? He's got another court date in 3 weeks. Or 2 weeks. And he got a new judge. The judge was polite to him. The tree's about to fall. Because they're not going to give you everything right away because they don't want to let you know that they screwed up. So they got to gently massage you in the right direction. But things are going good. Now, that's because he followed he asked for jurisdiction and he threatened to sue people. And guess what? It worked. So I spoke with him today. He told me I can, mention him as a success story. All right? If you ask him, he'll tell you the same thing. He mentioned me in this video, and it works. I'm not a con man, guys. I'm not on here trying to get rich. I've helped a few people. I'm not going to say what their donation is, but trust me, it's not a lot. All right? You go see a lawyer, they want $5,000 retainer. All right? And they don't give you any guarantees. That's like you hiring a plumber to come to your house and he goes, yeah, I need $500, but you know what? I can't guarantee you that that your water's gonna work or that I'm gonna patch up the leak. That's what lawyers do. Anyway, it works. Trust me, my writing style works. People have seen my paperwork, they like it. Just trust me. Just stick it out with me. All right? All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Friday.